Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new episode, a new series called "I'm going to see how many parkours I can do" on Hypixel. 3, 2, 1, go. You see, the twist on this series is I am very bad at parkour. I'm actually not too bad at Hypixel's parkours. I actually haven't tried like half of them. There's only a couple I've done. I've done this one. I don't know if I've actually done the full one of this one. I actually hate holding the last checkpoint thing because I constantly accidentally click my mouse. Alright, this is already pretty quiet for a video. Oh god. Oh no! I messed up. Alright, well, let's restart that then. Hello, everybody. Alright, I hate this parkour. No. Because I accidentally reset it, I can't even do it now. Let's do arcade parkour. Let's fly. Turning off flight so I don't accidentally fly through this one and accidentally lose my parkour. So, I'm gonna tell you some more stories, because apparently storytime videos do well on YouTube. And I've got, for some reason, my brain has just thought of like 1,000 more stories about me. Alright, so let's see. Let's start with like the very first story about me, which is I almost died being born. And that's a fact. Yeah, so when I was born, I was like suffocating myself basically, so I couldn't breathe. Like, most babies can't breathe, but I like couldn't. Like, normally you learn to breathe in your first moments, but I just didn't. And so I wound up having to be taken to the NICU, an NIQ, whatever it's called. You know, that thing, it's like the newborn intensive care unit. NICU, that's what I'm going to call it, because that's pretty much what it is. Parkour skips. I always overrun that too, which is why I do that skip. But so I was taken to the NICU, and normally people in the NICU, or babies in the NICU, are like babies that were born prematurely, so they're normally like tiny. And then there's just me in my. I was a big baby. I was born big, chunky. And so yeah, I'm born chunky. And so I can't breathe, and I'm in the NICU, and that's pretty much the whole story. Doctor thought I was gonna die. Parents thought I was gonna die. It's kind of funny. Like, the amount of times I've come encounter with almost dying. That's what this is gonna be, my almost death counter. Alright, so when I was 5, now you see, I didn't learn to swim until a bit later. I think I was like 8 or 9 when I learned how to swim, because I didn't have a pool. And when I took the original swimming lessons I took, they were just not good for me. So I didn't know how to swim. But, so I'm like 5 or 6, and I'm in my neighbor's pool, on a pool noodle, because those things float for some reason. But the thing is, I was sitting on top of it and riding it like a broom in Harry Potter. Yes, that's exactly the terminology I used back then, and I'm using it now. It was a great thing. And then I fell off. And you see, again, I couldn't swim. So you can already tell where this is going. So I start, I can't breathe, and so I didn't actually do that, but like I start like bobbing up and down underneath the water. And my dad, who's supposed to be watching me, is not paying attention. So, you know. And so there's like a bunch of neighborhood kids in the pool, but they don't even, most of them are not even seeing me. And then one of them who's about to jump in the pool, like, notices me, like, drowning. And, you know, I'm the youngest in our neighborhood, I think, at this time. And so he jumps in, and he just drags me to a wall, and I'm like, as I'm dying from drowning. And then I walk up to my dad, and he's like, why are your lips blue? I'm like, I almost drowned. And he's like, and then my mom comes out, and she's like, why are your lips blue? And I'm like, I almost drowned. And she walks straight over to my dad, and I look at him, and he's like, he has fear in his eyes. Because, you know, I was his responsibility. I've never done this before. I'm his responsibility, and I almost drowned. And looking at me, it seemed like I had been almost drowning for a long time. Which I was. I want to say I was like bobbing up and down for like 2 minutes. Now, luckily, I didn't like fully submerge. I don't know why. I think I'm not sure if it was just luck or me like trying to swim managed to be like treading. Because what I later learned, what I did was basically I started treading water, but very badly. Because I was like kicking my arm, like I was kicking my arms and swinging my legs. I was kicking my legs and swinging my arms, like, I'm like splashing. You know, like any child would. And alright. So yeah, you know. And a lot of these stories won't be like the same. Why is there collectibles there? Shouldn't there be the reset button? I don't even. Alright. I might be able to. Jesus. This jump is just so hard. For no reason. Now jump's also gonna be hard. I hate this. I'm gonna become a parkour YouTuber and actually get good at parkour. But so yeah, I learned off treading water. Now, not all of these stories are like that one where I actually was like very close to death. Some of them are more like, oh, I just did something that should have killed me. But alright, the next one, this one's a lot more recent. This is probably one of my most recent almost deaths. So I'm running across the street at a crosswalk. Now this is a place I've never been to, but I was in a hotel and I was running across the street for something. And my hotel key card and my credit card, well, not my credit card, my mom's credit card, fall out of this lanyard that I'm wearing into the middle of the street. Now luckily, it was still a red light, but it had been a red light for a little bit, and so I'm like, I've got time. I did not have time. I had about 10 seconds before those cars started moving, and one of them got stuck to the ground. And so, like, one of the cars got stuck to the ground, I'm like, and then, like, I see the light turn green, and I managed to pick up the car, and I just sprint. And as I finish crossing the road, a car literally goes right behind me. Like, it would have hit me if I had been a second late. Because this car wasn't stopped at the red light. This car had been coming up to the red light. So, you know, almost died there. I did parkour for a little bit in my life. You know, parkour, the sport, the great sport. American Ninja Warrior, woohoo. And so one of the things they had me doing was backflips. But you see, I couldn't do a backflip fully. So I landed on my head. And let me rephrase, this was like a pretty high up jump. And it wasn't onto a mat. And I landed on my head. And for some reason, just my mat is just the pure force of will for me to not get hurt worked. I didn't feel a single thing. I wasn't hurt, and I am not dead. But they thought I died. The instructors were like, and then I just kind of like stand up, brush myself off, and I'm like, oh, that was fun. Can I do it again? They were just so confused. Because obviously, I should not have been walking from that. Is there? I don't think there's a prototype parkour. I'll look. But I'm 90% sure there isn't parkour. Yeah, there's not a parkour here. Alright, well, next one. UHC champions. Is there UHC parkour? I don't come to this lobby a lot. Is there UHC parkour? What the heck is this chat? There is a parkour. So, yeah, I should not have been walking out of that alive, and with no injury. Especially because just days prior, someone had, broken their arm because they overshot a jump and landed with their arm out. And this was like a 1 foot in the air jump onto a mat. And they're like, oh god, he broke his neck. They're freaking out, and I'm just like, I'm fine. They gave me a concussion test afterward, because they're like, there's no way he's perfectly fine. I was completely and utterly fine. I just don't know how. I don't know why I was completely fine, but this is a high fall, straight onto my head. And yes, I do know for a fact it was 8 feet, because it was off of an 8-foot tall box called Big Bertha. Why it was called Big Bertha, I don't know. Probably because it was the biggest box they had. And it was tall, and it was very big. Is there... Oh god, what did I do here? Oh god, I don't even know which way I came from. No, I came from this way. God, I'm so bad at this game. Why can't it just face you the way the parkour? But yeah, this is definitely the way I came, because you can't make that jump. You couldn't make this jump the other way. This is why I've become a Minecraft parkour YouTuber, because I couldn't do parkour in real life, because I should have died. This is why I believe myself to actually just be unkillable, but I don't want to test that theory out, because if I'm wrong, well, I die. And that's, you know, painful way of failing to tell a theory. But if I live, that's cool. But, like, I feel like I've just become some type of deity or something, because I should have died a lot in my life. I have given myself my own blessing just to not die. That is my blessing. That is my only power. To give others the ability to not die. The same ability I have for myself. I actually don't know why. But I like making the joke that, yep, I'm just immortal. And no one can prove me wrong and be legal. And without breaking the law. I hate this parkour. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, I'm rage quitting this parkour. TNT Games, do you have a parkour? Please tell me you do. I actually don't think they do. It's a small map, so no, they don't. It's probably one of the older lobbies, I guess. I'm like, who did I just see? That was a pet. I'm like, I have people off. Who did I just see? Yay, this one has a... I'm pretty sure this one has a parkour. I haven't done this parkour, but I think I tried it once. Yeah, I tried it a little bit earlier today, and I just didn't understand it. But this one has a parkour that I've never tried fully. I want to say they stopped around here. I'm not even sure if I've gotten to here. I might have. Okay, I got to here, but I don't think I got past here. I could already tell I missed that jump by like a block and a half. That one I couldn't tell because it was so close. I love that I can immediately tell when I miss a jump, like half of the time, and the other half I think I've made it, and then I miss it, and I'm just sad. because nothing good ever happens to me. That's not true. You want to know something that's good that happens to me? Me not dying. I always say, like, oh, I've got horrible luck, and then I'm like, wait a minute. I've literally should have died like 30 times. What the heck? Where is this jump to? Oh, I think I'm supposed to go there. Well, now I have to go all the way back here. Because here's the thing. And with those jumps, I don't want to have to try and redo them. Because it took me a little bit of time to make them. Are you kidding me? I overshot the jump. And there's no shortcut either. There's no, like, quick way back. Actually, there probably is, and I just don't know it. Jump! 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 Parkour! Hardcore parkour. Okay, I can make this. Maybe it's to here? Yeah, that's where it's to. Truck. There's not a checkpoint over here, is there? I didn't see one. See, if you miss a checkpoint, you can't. Is there just an easy skip here? There is. Look, ready? That's makeable. That's doable. That's definitely doable. I just am bad at parkour. Unless I put barriers on this. No, I don't think so. I think I just missed it. Barely. Maybe it isn't possible. That's just possible. And if they put this, like, little skip here, I'm just bad at parkour. What's another time I've almost died? I'm trying to think, because there's a lot of them. Like, an unhealthy amount of them. I'm in a rhythm. 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 No! I turned fly off. I just want to. Alright, you know, now I'm turning on fly because I want to see how close I was to the end. Alright, let's just walk. Jump those lookies. No, I was so close too. Alright, I think that's going to be the end of this video actually. Because I'm butthurt. And I don't want to have to do any of these again today. Oh, there. Hey, well, I guess I'm going to leave it here then. Goodbye, everybody. It is the end of the video, and I am sad. Goodbye.